Hello everyone, back tuning into the 18th Christmas update. So we're getting on with the updates now. We started them on the 1st of November. We'll be doing an update virtually every other night since then. And we've reached the 18th update, and we've reached the last one that we're going to be using exclusively, the CFS V2. What I'm going to do for the next update, the 19th, is I'll run the CFS together with the GFS just once, and then after that, which will probably be on Monday, Sunday or Monday, after that, the 20th update will be exclusively just with the GFS, and then it's time to start actually pinning down the weather for Christmas. So we're nearly done now with CFS V2 at mitchellseal.fr. But we have got one more update to do that is exclusive with the CFS, and I'll run you through that in a moment. Before I get on with that, just say about the ads. There's links to articles on all the pages. Have a browse through widgets and click through links. If there's any articles that you're interested in, you're going to be having a space website. Thanks so much to do. Now, there's also video ads, most pages, which own that content. You watch them because again, just help to make gas. Well, this, and more importantly than all of that, is a Christmas shop. Big thanks to everybody that has been doing their Christmas shopping at Amazon since the 1st of November. You've still got time to do your shopping at Amazon if you haven't done it yet, but time is getting on, so I wouldn't leave it too much longer. So all you have to do if you want to do your Christmas shopping at Amazon via Gazworth is click through the green button that says Christmas Shop. It takes you to our Christmas Shop page where you'll be greeted by snowflakes and a Merry Christmas. From there, you click through the Amazon banners and you go directly through to Amazon. You do Christmas shopping as normal because you've gone from Gazworth to Amazon where you get every fee on the things you're buying, and a big thank you to everybody for doing that. As I say, it's been a huge success again this year. As always, you've come through for Gazworth amazingly well, and thank you to everybody for doing that. So that's it with the ads. Just going to say about the website you're using. It's mitchellseal.fr. You can find a link to Mitchell Seal on the links page. It's the CFS 9 monthly forecast generated midday yesterday. There's a 24-hour delay on these charts coming through, so this is generated on midday on the 7th of December. We use a midday run for no particular reason, and that's what I pick. But we try to use the same run all the time. When we get to a GFS, we will try to use the midday run of that as well all the time, just so that we can't be told off for cherry-picking cold charts or anything like that. This is simply the way that they come out. Had a lot of cold updates this year with the CFS 9 monthly forecast, and it's going to be interesting to see when we get to Christmas whether whether any of these cold charts actually come to fruition. So let's start off on the 17th of December. Now this is just 10 days away, so this is within the time frame, easily within the time frame of the GFS. So you see the reason we've got to discard this model and move on to the GFS very shortly. So we're starting off on the 17th of December, which is going to be a week on Saturday. High pressure sitting over the country at this point, probably producing fog and frost himself. Fairly mild Atlantic winds up across Scotland. So we run up to the 18th and the 19th. That high pressure continues to be really dominant, starting to slip away into the continent, excuse me, and beginning to move up towards Scandinavia as well. That's allowing milder, excuse me, again, slightly more unsettled air to come in towards Scotland and Northern Ireland as well. Going towards the 20th of December, that high pressure stays in control up to the 21st. It is looking quite dominant. Low pressure is developing down to the southwest at the 22nd, running up towards Christmas period. So we can expect to see showers or maybe longer spells of rain beginning to move up from the southwest. This isn't overly cold. However, you'll notice pressure is rising across Scandinavia. There's quite a deep cold pool sitting across eastern parts of Europe, so it's not a million miles away from turning things cold as we run up towards Christmas. Let's go further, see what happens. So this takes us through the 22nd and on to the 23rd, where we see high pressure starting to take over across Scandinavia. It's beginning to turn the winds into the southeast. Those are colder winds beginning to develop from off the continent. So going up towards 24th, going up to Christmas Eve, it is quite cold. The main cold pool is still sitting across eastern parts of Europe, but the continent is cold enough to be bringing in cold air from the east, so it will be mostly dry, but we'd have night frost, and it could be wintry showers perhaps down the east coast. This is how Christmas Day is looking on the 18th update. And it's looking a cold one again. Not bitterly cold, not severely cold, but it's cold enough. It's a fairly chilly southeasterly wind, to say the least. In fact, I looked at the temperature forecast from the model, and it's keeping temperatures close to freezing all day. So it would feel really quite cold in those southeast winds. And again, they could be bringing in snow flurries down the east coast, most definitely. Boxing Day continues the cold theme, and what's happening is that low pressure is trying to come up from the southeast, so that could be producing some rain or snow across southwestern parts of the country. Elsewhere, keep cold southeasterly winds going. Again, it's not severely cold. The deep cold is over here across the east of Europe. We're close to it, but it's just sort of a continental type cold. That would be fairly chilly with the wind, most certainly. You'd be having nighttime frost. You will be having daytime temperatures possibly 1, 2, 3 degrees above freezing, and it will feel colder than that in the southeasterly wind. So Christmas Day, Boxing Day, looking cold on this update with that southeasterly wind. Then we go through to 27th. This could be a little bit of a snow event coming in from the west. This is bank holiday as well, of course, this year. So low pressure still trying to come in from the Atlantic. There's a weather front moving into this cold southeasterly wind. Rain or snow possible there, and you wouldn't be able to forecast that until closer to the time. But still generally quite cold for most of us away from the far southwest, where milder air is beginning to tuck in from the southwest. So all four sort of days, we see Christmas Day, Boxing Day and 27th, cold on this 18th update. Going through 27th into 28th, the Atlantic does break through, so it's turning milder then. Outbreaks of rain coming in from the west, possibly quite wet in the south. Scotland's still looking cold with those southeasterly winds, however. As you start to run up towards New Year, what happens is that the mild air never really gets in across the far north of Scotland. You keep easterly winds going there. Elsewhere, 28th, 29th probably brings a milder interlude with outbreaks of rain, maybe some quite strong showers, quite heavy showers, and strong winds as well. The ice bars are tightly packed. So we run up towards New Year, and this low pressure exits out to the east, and that turns the winds into the north again, so the cold air is coming back. Notice high pressure building towards Greenland and Iceland. Winds are turning into the north. That could bring certainly going to bring cold air back, and you probably bring snow showers into Scotland and eastern parts of the country as we're moving in towards New Year's Eve. So that takes us to New Year's Day. This is how things are looking at 6 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Day, when perhaps a few revellers will just be arriving home. It's a cold one. There'd be snow showers in the north and the east, and this low pressure could be bringing some more general snow in towards southwestern southern parts. This is another cold update. This final exclusive one with the CFS. It is another cold update, most definitely. Through the course of New Year's Day, that low pressure runs across the south, so that could bring some rain or snow there. Generally, it's just cold with winds in from the northeast. There'd be hard night frost, probably snow showers in the north and the east as well. Through the first week of January, we keep it cold initially. The winds are still in from the north by the 4th of January. So again, hard night frost, probably more snow showers running down those eastern coasts as well. And then we go through toward the 12th night, which is of course 6th of January, and milder air begins to roll around the top of that high pressure then, so a thaw begins to take place, probably mostly dry, but becoming milder, and then that continues through that opening week of January, where we keep a lot of anticyclonic influences, but it's in a different sort of position, so there could be fog with that, maybe night frost, but it is a milder air mass. However, put this one down as another cold update from the CFS 9-month forecast. I have to say, if we don't get cold weather some point over Christmas or up towards New Year, it's going to be a very, very disappointing performance by this model, because run after run after run, update after update, it has been going cold this year. We've certainly had more cold updates than mild updates. So, put this down as another cold update. It's not severe, but it's cold enough. All the days over Christmas are cold, and then there is a suggestion of maybe a couple of snow events in there after Christmas and around New Year as well. So put this down as another cold update, and we'll see what the 20th update has to say when we do it on, I think it'll be Saturday, and Saturday evening, and with that one we're going to have both the CFS running alongside the GFS, and after that we will be exclusively along with the GFS model as we actually try to pin down the weather for Christmas. Right, that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed the update, and thanks very much for watching. Come back on Saturday evening for the next instalment. Bye for now.